2024. Council Gwaldney, Allemon,
Here.
Smith,
Here.
Harden.
Here.
All right, we've got three, and that's what we got. Can I get a motion to dispense with the reading and approve the minutes as presented?
So moved.
Second.
Motion, Mr. Allemon, second, Mr. Harden. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
3-0 to dispense and approve those minutes. Okay, starting from the top, old business 080924, bid opening held on October 29th, 2024 for Fire Station 3 Edition, Chief Broadhead. You wanna give us a rundown?
Sure. So after some conversations, we are going to drop off the canopy that we talked about last time and request the Deere and Duncan approval, the lowest bid. That'll bring our bid total down to, make sure I say this correctly, $396,158.
All right. And so just for those of you, to recap, this is the small building that's gonna go onto the side of Fire Station 3, which is gonna have them a safe room, which they're also gonna use as a tack room or a equipment room, and then a workout facility to get them out of the bay where they have been doing that before. And we took away a canopy that was gonna go over
The
a
fuel
generator,
station.
yeah, which doesn't have a canopy
It does not.
today, so doesn't. And so that brings our cost below $400,000. Can I get a motion to approve?
I make a motion to approve.
Okay, motion from Mr. Harden.
$396,158.
All right.
I second that motion.
And second from Mr. Allemon. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, 3-0 to approve that. Thank you, Chief Broadhead, and you'll be back in a minute. Okay, 10/10/24, bid date set for today at 4 o'clock for new police vehicles. Chief Tim Ross Police Department, we opened that bid, at 4:01. And the bid amount, for 13, of those vehicles is $649,019.80, which I did the math earlier, and it works out to, I hope I still have this on my phone. It was 49. Yeah, there you go. What'd you say, Mike?
49,924.60.
There you go. And this is from Donahue Chevrolet in Fort Payne. They have been holding these vehicles for us. And let me just say, these vehicles are hard to come by. And so,
Is that Tahoe?
Back to Chevys.
you wanna explain to them?
Police Tahoe, PPVs, police pursuit vehicles.
Yeah, so it's the Tahoe.
I'd like to make a motion to approve.
Thank you.
Second.
All right, motion, to approve from Mr. Allemon, second from Mr. Harden. All in favor, please say aye.
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 That is 3-0, so that will be in council at 6 o'clock next door. Okay, item 13/10/24, request for consideration of creating a Homewood beautification plan, Homewood Beautification Board. We have, Mary Michael Kelly here to remind us what we're talking about, and I will say, just, I just told her this, I got an email from David Loberbaum, and he and his partner, Jennifer, had reached out to them because she's friends with his partner, and, they would like the opportunity to submit something. So, we're gonna send him the original thing that went out to the other groups. So I don't think, we're not actually gonna make a decision tonight since they've expressed their interest in participating and we aren't in any kind of time crunch. But go ahead and explain to us again what we're talking about.
So I sent y'all out just sort of a kind of a brief one-pager just to give everybody kind of an idea on finance committee of the background of this project. It's sort of been going on since 2019, and then it was put on the back burner obviously during COVID and everything else. But we have taken the time to meet with a few strong firms, and actually just sent that email to David. So, and I'll let him know if he has any questions. He can follow up with me, and I'll just consult with you guys. Right now, I think the main thing from the beautification board's perspective is now that the funding for the budget has been finalized. From the feedback that we've received from a few of the professional firms that we have spoken with, I know their desire obviously is, of course, like the sooner we can make the decision, the better, because they're trying to plan their next year. And so I, would hate for us to kind of lose out on that time frame. But at the same time, we have the opportunity over the next probably month or so to have some further conversations. I think Ideally, from the board's perspective, the sooner and closer we can get to January, February to kick off, the better. But that is clearly, up to you guys, so. If y'all have any questions, based on what I sent out, it's just, there's a lot of information. I know Nick sent y'all a lot of information as well, some background and some history of the project. But we are available, to answer anything if you need it.
Great, thank you for being here.
Okay.
And for that, does anybody have any questions right now? All right, and, I told him you were sending it, so
Okay,
I'm glad you
perfect.
were so quick on that. All right, so we will carry this item over, and we will, as soon as we can get this done, so that we can work on a timely accomplishment of the
Coun-
project. Yes?
Counselor Smith,
Yes.
if anyone is interested, like David, in following up, do we want to establish any type of timeline for responsiveness?
We probably really should. I don't know, has anybody else reached out to anyone else?
I
Yes.
did follow back up with Renta.
Okay, but he had originally said no, correct?
He originally said no, and then I believe he told Andy he was, but then he was mistaken. He was thinking it was about a different project.
Oh, okay,
So I think their plate is still pretty
Put
full.
full, okay, okay.
I had reached out to Dick's Height, someone had brought up, but I don't know whatever happened. Did anybody else reach out to them? Someone talked about them at our last meeting, okay,
I haven't heard.
okay.
But we do have that information which can be
Yeah,
shared,
I mean, we
and,
can send it to them
okay.
if you've got the information
Yeah,
for
I'll
us.
just, I sent him a text, so we'll see if he's interested.
I think for sure, maybe if we wanna say that anybody interested would have something to us by our, what's that, meeting in December the 16th?
That would probably.
Would that give us enough time? Yeah, maybe
Do you
the,
think so, Nick?
would
We're
that
not
be
meeting in-
16th committee or that,
I
the
think we're
committee would
doing,
be
I think we're doing both
Combined.
that night. Aren't we? No, we're doing just council that night, that's
so
right.
the 9th would be committee.
The 9th would be committees, yeah.
The ninth is reasonable.
So then, should we make that so we
Yeah,
can
the
discuss
9th,
it?
sure.
Okay,
Okay.
that's great, thank you.
All right, that'd be great. Okay, so we'll carry that one over, and thank you for all of your work on that. New business, 01-11-24, request for consideration of a fiscal year 23-24 budget amendment for the Department of Engineering and Zoning, Keel Smith. Engineering and Zoning, Mr. Smith?
Yeah, thank you. So this is on the 18th Street West project. We got our final invoice from the contractor. And so this is for work that was performed in 23-24. So now we have to go back and amend that budget. What the final invoice does for us is to let us know all of the overruns. We typically anticipate 10% overruns. This project landed at 2.14. So the total cost is $44,304.77, and OutDOT will pay 80% of the overruns. So the city's on the hook for 20% of 44,000.
About 8,000 plus,
That's right.
$8,000 or $9,000.
And we will, and where is this money gonna come from? Or just from your, since this is a budget amendment?
Right, so, I don't have a council
Okay.
resolution, but it's coming
Yeah.
from,
$8,860.95 comes from capital projects fund,
Okay,
and $35,443.82 comes from the cash account.
okay, all right. And then, as you will notice, there's a note there, that once this project is completely wrapped up, we will be getting reimbursed by the city of Birmingham as well.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the budget amendment.
All right, motion for Mr. Allen,
Second.
second for Mr. Harden. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, 3-0, that is approved. 02-11-24, request to surplus miscellaneous library equipment. Is Judith here? She is not. That's unusual, but she sent out, the list. It's just a variety of stuff. Yeah.
I'll make-
Okay.
Second.
All right, motion for Mr. Almond, second for Mr. Harden. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
3-0, that is approved. I'm sorry, I didn't say aye. 03-11-24, request to authorize the mayor to sign a contract for ambulance service from Chief Broadhead.
I'm gonna quit after this one. So I have two requests here. After we last time shopped around for additional ambulance service and we made the recommendation, put it in our budget, we sent the notice of cancellation to Lifeguard, our current provider, and they came back with a request to terminate early. I worked through it with Mr. Kendrick. They agreed to sign the correct documents to terminate January 1 of 25. Our second provider, RPS, has agreed to take it at that point if that is the contract we choose. So my request today is the first one, make a motion to sign the mutual termination of emergency ambulance service agreement. Lifeguard has already returned their signed copy, so that would be request number one. And then request number two would be to approve the contract with Regional Paramedics for the budgeted amount of $675,000 for our new ambulance service starting January 1.
Okay.
So you want two different motions, or you want?
Yeah, we gotta do,
two?
it's two different
Okay.
resolutions, you know.
All right, first motion I'll make is the termination agreement, mutual termination, with the ambulance service agreement,
Yeah.
okay?
Second.
And the second one is the.
Hold on, wait, let's vote on that one
Okay,
first.
okay.
Okay, so motion to approve signing the mutual termination agreement with Lifeguard. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, 3-0, so that is approved to sign that, and now, second, motion, whoever wants to take it.
All right, I'll make a motion for us to sign the $675,000 agreement with
RPS.
RPS. yeah.
Second.
Okay, motion from Mr. Harden, second, from Mr. Almond, all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Aye, 3-0, that is approved as well. Yeah, do you have
I
a
was just
question?
gonna say, in regards to the agreements and looking at, is there gonna be any overlap in service or
We are gonna build a
but
transition.
pinpoint precision
When-
and,
Yeah, when Lifeguard takes their last call that morning, when their shift gets off, we will pick RPS up from that point forward.
okay.
Is
And can
this
you remind
normal?
us when the 911 is shipped out?
We are looking at April 1st for 911 to move.
Out of curiosity, why did Lifeguard want to terminate early?
I suspect that their lease is up in their current building as of January 1, because we signed the contract with them January 1, about a year, 2 years ago. So I suspect their lease is up and they didn't want to re-sign.
All right, thank you.
All right, we do not have any tabled items, so with that, we are adjourned.